Y narrativas reinan este mundo tecnológico. Todos tienen una opinión de lo que es la verdad y lo que es mentira. ¿Quién controla el mundo? ¿Los aliens son real? ¿Vivimos en un Matrix? Estas preguntas serán debatidas con José y Daniel G, explorando y descubriendo las verdades de nuestro mundo, nuestras creencias y nuestro reality. Welcome to Cultura Truth Project. Dímelo, mi gente. Welcome back. This time we are live. Live on YouTube. Live on Facebook. Welcome back. It's Cultura Truth Project. Jose G, Daniel G. ¿Qué es la que hay, bro?
I'm great, dude. You know, we're live on the YouTube.
Your mic went out.
We're live on YouTube, everybody. We're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be like really dramatic about it, but apparently I can't. So it's fine. It's great. It's another beautiful day, guys. Lots to talk about. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Well, I mean, before we get started with the show, bro, congratulations, man. You had a pretty awesome few weeks. So just congratulations on a big life event for you. So
life events that are super top secret. I will share when it's ready.
I don't think it's that top secret, but it doesn't matter.
You don't think it's that top secret? It's top secret. It's top
all
secret. Right. It's look. Here's the thing: when you do top secret things, you can't really keep them top secret in a Latino household. So the word almost got out, but the word isn't completely out yet. So it's not social media ready. Let's say that it's inside circle ready, but it's not social media ready. So it's still top secret. But you know, to the people involved, thank you so much. To the people not involved, you'll find out soon.
Anyways, moving on, guys. Make sure you follow the show. Seeing us on YouTube, on Rumble, Cultura Truth Project, Gonzalez Media TV, on Facebook and on Instagram. And subscribe to the podcast on all major platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. And you guys, if you want to support the show, ensure you support here on what we do, go on Spreaker, join the Supporters Club, $3 a month. Link in the description. We'll have that available for you guys right there, as well as all of our social media handles. And make sure you smash that like button, share out the show. And since we are live, let us know where you're watching from. Your comments will be live, and your questions will be on screen, so you guys get to engage with us while we talk about topics that we're going to jump into. We're going to touch up a little bit up on what's going on with that whole Jake Paul and Mike Tyson debacle on Netflix that happened over the weekend.
What
some
did
UAP
Donut call it?
disclosures. What's up?
Donut called it the Father Time Ritual. The hell?
Which is interesting, right? Because he did a decode, and I'll show that short in the broadcast. Because right at the time marker 33 on that round, Mauro Ranallo at that 33 seconds said Father Time is unbeaten right at that 33 mark. So it's very interesting how Donut, and shout out to Donut. We love Donut over here at the Cultura Truth Project, but very, very interesting. And he also just did a really amazing decode that I'm kind of in the middle of right now, because the Economist magazine, they usually release the world ahead right around this time for the following year. And every year there's tons of symbolism in that cover. And I have the cover here so we can take a look at it together.
So now that the world is Trump, I guess all of their plans have been thwarted for at least 4 more years.
I don't know. Maybe they adjusted. I have no idea, bro.
Yeah, they're adjusting. They're adjusting on the fly.
We just connect the dots, bro.
Yeah, they're adjusting on the fly. They're like, hey, we can't do this ritual this day. Why? Because Trump is in office now.
Which by the way, I want to get into that part there, because that Tyson and Paul fight was originally scheduled in July. It's interesting enough that they rescheduled it for November 15th, right? 15th or 16th during the full moon.
It was on my birthday. So it was
during the full moon.
During the super moon.
Exactly. So I don't know, man. So I guess let's just start off there, bro. Let's start off there. Well, like, did you get to watch the fight at all?
Oh, I saw the entire card. Okay, so overall, the entire card was, I guess, an overall success if you think about it, right? Like over 190 countries watching live. They're talking about they did better freaking numbers than the last 5 UFCs combined. They're talking about it probably did better numbers than the Super Bowl. 190 countries streamed.
There was like 60 million people that watched it.
It's ridiculous the amount of people that watched it. It's like, wow. And that's not saying how many restreams since then, right? So definitely, if it was a energy gathering moment, I guess that was a great one, even with the crap, even with the crap streaming. It definitely looked like you were streaming it illegally. It was pretty bad.
Sure, dude. Like, I didn't watch it at all because I knew what was at play. I knew exactly what was at play, bro. This was like an energy harvest type of situation. The entire world was focused on this event. Well, there was some other shit, which I actually found a video here, very interesting enough. So, that kind of explains why we had what we had going on last weekend, right? Because what happened to Rome, bro? What happened to Rome? Everybody got drunk off the wine. They entertained everybody with the gladiators, right? Then Rome fell, right? So that's kind of like what in the situation that we are right now. In this video that I found on truthmafia.com, so shout out to Tommy Truthful over there on the Truth Mafia. Dude, like this video kind of really breaks it down, because you wouldn't think it's like, okay, there's this huge event going on, but then there's some other stuff going on in the background that we're totally unaware of. And this video really breaks it down. Let me bring it up here.
Something insane about this Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. Now, if you remember, when it was first announced, it was supposed to be July 20th, right? Apparently, according to this poster. But they changed the date. The date was changed to November 15th. That was Friday. Now, according to mainstream news, over 60 million households watched this fight. Now, that was worldwide. But the crazy thing is that this fight wasn't always scheduled to be November 15th. It was changed. Well, do you know what else was announced on November 15th that I can guarantee you not even close to this many households even know about? On Friday, the same day as the fight, the Pentagon announced that they failed their 7th audit in a row, unable to fully account for $824 billion budget.
$824 billion.
All right,
bro.
I think they're
missing
reaching
from the budget.
I think they're reaching. I'm not saying, look,
It could be. It could be. I
no,
don't know.
Come on.
It could
You
be.
think you really think some YouTuber and the highest powers that be are connected? Like, really? Jose.
Listen, I'm not saying.
No,
listen, I'm not saying that the government and these people are connected. But what I am saying, here's my thing, or my form of thinking.
No.
About this.
No.
No. Hold on. Don't interrupt me before you start bringing in all your, real. We got to think outside of the box here, Danny, because sometimes the truth is way weirder than reality, bro. We have to admit that
it's way simpler than the reality than what it seems.
Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. Like, there's no more coincidences in this world, because a lot of the things that the powerful or the elites or whoever you want to call them, they like to do things without a lot of attention, right? So how do you distract a big amount of people? You do it with this. Now, am I saying, the guy from the World Economic Forum got on, on a FaceTime call with Jake Paul and was like, Jake, I want you to fight Mike Tyson, and I want you to have 60 million viewers for that weekend so we can divert some money. No, I don't think that happened. What I am saying is that these people take the opportunity to do those things while big events are happening. Okay? So I'm not saying that they're like, oh, yeah, they're all connected, but they know something that we don't know. Again, what did Rockefeller say? Millionaires look at charts, billionaires look at astrology. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I understand. And I'm not denying the fact that, these billionaires believe in the stars. That's not what I'm saying, right? You have to be a little delusional to make that kind of that much money, even if it isn't true. But here's the thing. If there's any time, what is the history when it comes to bad news coming out of Washington, D.C. or Wall Street? What day of the week do you usually release it if it's bad news? On
a Friday.
Always on a Friday, right?
Always on a Friday.
Why? Because by the time Monday comes around, nobody cares. So to me, it's the fact that they moved. Maybe Jake Paul was trying to do an energy harvest on the supermoon, and that might be the thing, because he is known to dabble in some of the occult stuff, right?
Well, especially he did all the symbolism. I mean, he did the shush sign for all the promos. He did it during the weigh-in. That's a huge Illuminati hand sign.
I'm not denying that he dabbles in the stuff. This is not what I'm
saying. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
I'm not saying that, but what at least as far as the economic forum and all that, I think it's just an opportunity thing. It was like, hey guys, it's the time of year we have to release this. I think if it would have happened the week after that, they would have still released it on a Friday, right? Like, I think it's like this. Why did the interview with Kamala Harris, where she said she had no other plans for the country, came out on a Friday? Because she couldn't hide the fact that she had no plans to win that election, to do something differently other than what, like, it's on, dude, it's PR 101. Bad news. If it bleeds, it leads. If it's bad, put it on a Friday night at prime time. Nobody cares because everybody's out with their families. That's that makes more sense to me. Do I think that Jake Paul was doing an energy harvest? Yeah. Is it bad that we failed an audit? And the reason why Trump is trying to put the gold standard on and attach it to crypto, I think that has a lot to do with it. The fact that he's the first president in what feels like half a freaking century to talk about actually paying back our debts. That's big. I think the fact that he wants to include the cryptocurrencies in whatever the economy looks like in the next 4 years is big, and that's real news. I don't think that us failing another audit for the 7th year in a row is surprising. I don't think any economist really expected us to pass an audit, especially with the way the president
$35 billion deficit. I mean,
no, we're not passing anything.
Yeah, and again, I found that intriguing because that video was tying it to Jake Paul and the Mike Tyson fight, right? But again,
reaching, in my opinion, reaching.
It could be reaching, but again, it kind of goes back to like what I was saying. It doesn't mean that they're like on the phone with each other. It just means that these people are like, okay, well, this is happening this weekend, and it kind of coincides with this. We need to pull the trigger on this now.
I don't know.
So that's how I'm viewing it. Just like kind of like there's this billionaire, Michael Saylor. He's the CEO of MicroStrategy. Okay. MicroStrategy 4 years ago, this guy started going in all in on Bitcoin, and this guy was getting laughed at. Right. And this is right around that 2022 crash when Terra Luna and FTX, they all fucking crashed and Bitcoin dropped to like nearly $10,000. And this guy was just like buying Bitcoin like crazy. And the institutional investors where it was like, oh, you're a dumbass. You're going to fucking lose so much money, bro. The guy was like, oh, yeah, you think I'm going to lose that much money? I'm going to put fucking 10 billion on this right now. Bam. Did this. Yesterday, this motherfucker went in at $91,000 a Bitcoin, bought $18 billion worth of Bitcoin more. So this guy, he's explaining that this is a long-term play for him because it's true what he's saying about the whole supply and demand situation with Bitcoin. It's very, very true, because there's only 21 million of them. And, the less of them on the market there is, that forces the price to go up. So he's trying to scoop up as much as he can. And this guy's stock right now went from $36 4 years ago to $432 as of yesterday, bro. So these people, just like what you're saying, they know what they're doing when it comes to this switch that's coming. And this is a part of it, bro. This is a part of it. And I think that the distractions are also a part of it, having like these huge events where there's a lot of marketing at play, right? I think that's also a part of it because in what I'm seeing here is that they're just trying to keep the masses completely distracted and completely asleep to the fact that there is a monetary change in the system and it's happening right under their nose and they don't even know it.
Here's the thing. I think it depends on who you ask, right? So I think this monetary change, at least depends on what year you were born. It's surprising and it's not, right? So I think for people like the Zennial generation, which is like 80 something to like 85, and then hard 90s generation like myself, we've seen this coming for a while. Like I remember back in like the early 2010s when TV shows were talking about, hey, Bitcoin is the currency of the future. And the old heads, the boomers, no offense to my older generations, much respect, you guys did a lot for us, right? They're like, yo, this is fake money. This ain't gonna work. It's only fake. It's only fake if you think it's fake. But if people who are dealing with real currencies, right, let it be the dollar, the yen, or gold or silver, are using this to trade the fiat money, right, gold, silver, whatever value, if they're the ones putting value to this, if entire third world countries are putting value to this, look, man, what's anything cool doesn't start at the top. It starts underground. All good music, all good art, all of it starts underground before it becomes mainstream. I think this is Bitcoin dropping its first major album is when the US says, yo, we're going for, this is what I think. And honestly,
the Bitcoin diss track to the US dollar featuring XRP. What? and here's what I'm thinking, and this is what's going to happen. I think Donald
the Donald Trump administration and all the people that are attached to it, that the Elon Musks and all the billionaires that are working, they understand that to keep this country irrelevant for the next 50 years is get rid of debt and transition the dollar.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Right?
Because you have countries like Russia, Japan, China, they're all stackpiling on gold, bro. They're all stackpiling on gold.
And the information economy, which is what, which there's a lot of good things happening with this new administration that I'm actually for, which is, the online bill of rights and all that stuff that's happening. I'm 100% for. But the fact that he was like, yo, we have to pay back our debts. It's because he sees something. They see something that a lot of the truther community, the conservative community have been talking about for a while. Was we owe a lot of money as a country to a lot of the wrong people. And if we don't find a way to get free from that, not just free economically, free energy wise, free from the ties of those things, we're never gonna be able to stand the test of time, at least in the 21st century. And Donald Trump and the Elon Musks and all these guys are all like, yo, these kids are right though. We should do something about this. And they're finally listening, which is interesting because I remember Alex Jones talking about this 10 years ago. I remember when all these guys were talking about this 10 years ago, and they all thought these guys are crazy.
Did you hear online of people were like, what if Alex Jones gets like appointed to like the secretary of public relations or some shit like that?
Hell no. Did you hear what happened to his network?
Vaguely. Please remind me. Please refresh my memory.
So the families from Sandy Hook pulled their money together for a class action suit, and they bought out InfoWars.
Oh shit!
And guess who owns InfoWars now?
Who owns InfoWars now?
The Onion.
That's crazy.
So
that is
wild. Like no joke. Like look, man, I don't wish bad on nobody, but this dude, he's like a broken clock. He's right maybe once or twice a day, but this dude is wrong a lot. And he was very wrong. He was very wrong on Sandy Hook. And
for sure.
And it cost him his entire life. Dude, like this is why it's like you can't play. Like this is why I'm very skeptical when it comes to some of these conspiracy theories and stuff, bro. Like, because look what everyone in the truther community, bro, the conspiracy theorist community, they should be very careful what they say, because the government might not come after you, but if you say it to the wrong person, somebody might.
Somebody else will, for sure.
And you got to be careful. This is why I'm like, yo, be like careful. Like we're talking Mike Tyson, dude. Like we didn't even talk about the fight. We talked about the energy harvest.
I mean, let's
not even talk about the fight.
Yeah, and I saw clips of the fight. I wasn't impressed with any of the highlights that I saw. I was actually way more impressed with what I saw at UFC 309, bro. Like John Jones, bro, absolutely killed it. That spinning back heel kick to the liver, bro, to Miocic was unbelievable. Dude, that whole fight. And then on the Tyson Paul card, Amanda Serrano apparently got robbed again.
Robbery, bro.
Yeah. So again, the highlight of the weekend was John Jones in the interview acknowledging Jesus Christ, bro. I thought that was really cool. And the pop that it got.
It's not the first time he's done it.
No, I know, but it's amazing.
You know what? While I got the moment, while everybody's cheering and so happy, I want to acknowledge Jesus Christ.
Here's the crazy part. As a Christian, watching John Jones, who is by all estimations the worst example of a human being you want your kid to look up to, okay? Does steroids, did cocaine for the better part of his career. He beat on his wife. Like, he is not a good person, but he's also like a good example of how God uses broken people to say, it's like, hey, if this guy's so broken, he's supposed to have lost everything, but look where he's at. right? Like as a Christian, you should look at him and be like, dude, this dude is not an example of what I want my kid to be, but he's an example of somebody who clinged to his faith even when he's going through it. Like he's like he's almost like a King David character in sports, right? Like he was like, yo, I did all this wild stuff, but Jesus is still my Lord and Savior. Like it's crazy. I'm not condoning anything he's done. And as a Christian, you should convict him, and somebody should come alongside of him and be like, yo, Papa, like maybe don't do cocaine before you fight, you know? But
yeah. What I find interesting is the body language, like from Joe. Like Joe was like smiling, but like he was like, because Joe doesn't really acknowledge any religion at all, right?
But he's pivoting on that though.
Well, I mean, and good for him, and again, it's not about religion; it's about relationship. I hate, pinning people and beliefs against each other, but it's really about relationship. But my point is the response, right? The response that it got, which is amazing, right? Because that's like the core demographic. That's the demographic that got the president elected, right? I mean, it's definitely a shift happening within society. And that event really showed it, man.
They call it a revival. They say this is the second revival of the United States, bro.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Let's shift things a little bit over, because the we had fights and things that kind of that we talked about over the weekend, but we touched on something which is the switch over to digital and the economy and the powers that be. And The Economist just released their World Ahead in 2025 cover, and they pretty much have an article, and I wanted to show you the cover of this year's Economist magazine, because it's filled with a lot of symbolism, bro.
Oh wow, that's trippy.
First of all, we got a lot of red, white, and black. Obvious, that's Knights Templar symbolism right there. But dude, starting like right at the 12 o'clock spot, we got Saturn there, and we got the sun right over here and Earth. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's like some type of constellation or alignment. But what I do find interesting here, there's the arrow pointing down and then the yen. So is that like a symbol that the yen is gonna, the won is gonna like crash or collapse? But then, like, if you look in the middle, you'll see Donald Trump, the dollar sign, you see the stock market heading up. And you can see that happening right now.
There's another all-seeing eye right there in the top.
Well, you have two of them. You see that? There's two all-seeing eyes. So there's one over here with the dollar one, and another one over here with like that biohazard nuclear sign on there. So does that mean like a nuclear watch? Is there like...
So it kind of alludes to what I was telling you in the beginning of the show, right? Where it's like Donald Trump winning kind of scrubs a lot of the elitist plans, right? Like the people in the left and the people in the powers that be that didn't want him to win, they were like, yo, this power of the people crap is crazy, right? Like we tried to take this man out. Like literally, we tried to take this man out twice, and the kid's still alive. Not kid, this gentleman, President-elect Trump. And it's like I feel like that cover is almost like they had to scrap all their plans, and this is the patchwork of plans that they put together.
It could be. It could
like,
be,
because look at the way it is. It's like a patchwork, literally like a patchwork.
Yeah, let me show you the 2024 one. So here's the 2024 one. Let me go to that one.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's very different.
So it's very different. And you can see that, I guess we have an election here. This looks like the guy from Ukraine.
Look, a Father Time thing.
And then, dude, and here's an interesting thing. Here's the right ear on Donald Trump. With the question mark, but that's his right ear, dude. So this is this year's.
How accurate was it? The economy did take account. It
was very accurate. That was this year's, and then this one's this year's.
It's very.
So
I don't like the symbolism. I don't like the red and white symbolism because that also kind of sends socialist flags stuff out, and
when it
you know
also go again, it goes back to the Knights Templar, and what were the Knights Templar? They were the first bankers, right? So when we're looking at like some of the symbolism when it comes to money, obviously the dollar's up, yen is down. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is like housing market going up.
no,
I don't know what this is.
That's
I don't know
projected to go down if West once he takes office.
I don't know. Right over here we have this syringe with the planet next to it. So does that mean, another set of like vaxes or something?
I don't think so. I don't know, dude. Well, there's a lot of things that are happening, right? So let's take the microcosm of what's happened in the last several weeks. We have a new appointed or somebody who's going to be potentially appointed as a head of HHS in Robert Kennedy Jr. Right? That's big. Dude works out. Dude is jacked. He's definitely a very different, kind of direction for U.S. health. He's very anti-vax. He's going after the food industry, so that might be a slight economic effect for us. If you think about it, we have people, the borders are, he's standing 10 toes down on mass deportation. It's a lot of things that are happening that are going to affect the economy in both good ways and bad ways, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I think at least the illusion of the choice that was Trump, and I say that because I sometimes feel like it's like, dude, it's crazy how it all works out sometimes in this election, especially in the last several elections. I don't know what that economy looks like with him in office, but I'll tell you this: if you go off your gut feeling, that fake roll, like the people say, it feels better than when Biden was in office. Like,
yeah,
you're like,
I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but for me, I say yes to that.
I think they're good.
I say yes to that, but it's also who he's surrounding himself
right? Like it's like,
right. It's also, you have to keep that in mind,
right? Like you don't see the crazy appointments.
Well, for the exception of Matt Gaetz. that guy's like Jack Nicholson on crack, bro.
But also, it excites you a little bit.
The guy right now is under investigation for sex trafficking, bro.
I know.
With a minor, with a 17-year-old, bro. Like, come on.
Well,
And the crazy thing about it, he ain't backing Trump. Trump ain't backing up. He's like, so.
That's what I'm saying. You're like, yo, this is wild.
It's like, bro, chill. Like, chill the fuck out, bro. Like,
like I said, dude, it's a crazy thing. The Economist, it seems like they got it right for 2024. Hindsight's 2020. Maybe it's all like predictive programming. This is what we want you to think about when you see this cover. And now, look, we'll do another episode next year around this time, and we'll be like, did they get it right? Maybe they don't. But what about this whole UAP thing, though, bro?
Bro, TikTok's been going wild with this whole UAP disclosures that happened last week. So there was a hearing, and we got a lot of clips here to go through. So I think this will be great to close the last half of the show.
Yeah, because
that guy, something Elizondo, he's been interviewed on Joe Rogan. He's been on Pat David. He's been on all the major podcasts, and there's a lot of people in the truther community that don't like this guy because they feel like he might be either like controlled opposition, or he's just kind of feeding us what we want to hear. But then there's some other people that have very high regard for him. So there's a lot of people that talk in this hearing. And what's interesting about this hearing is the title and what they named this whole thing. And this is actually from the oversight.house.gov site. So this is actually from a government site. All right, guys. So this I'll just read it over here. The Subcommittee on Cybersecurity, Information Technology, and Government Innovation, and the Subcommittee on National Security, the Border, and Foreign Affairs held a joint hearing titled Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena Exposing the Truth. Members discussed Department of Defense and the intelligence community's lack of transparency regarding UAPs, including undisclosed spending on UAP-related programs and the national security implications of UAP encounters at U.S. military installations. Members emphasized the need for greater accountability from the DoD to share information with Congress and the American people. You want to say something?
Dude. Aliens are real.
Here's the thing. We know they're real, but are they like real, or are they interdimensional beings?
That's the question.
That's the real question.
That's
are they real,
the question.
or are they are they real, like 3D real, or are they like, ethereal real, So
So
go ahead.
What do you think? So you heard the Trump interview.
Honestly,
well, you heard the Trump interview, right? You heard what he said on Trump on Rogan interview, on the Rogan interview, right? I think Donald Trump knows something, and I think he can't say anything. If he can't say anything,
what's interesting, bro, is that when I was making the thumbnail and I was, I'm in the AI generator, kind of plugging in different prompts. Check out. I want you to look at the character that's in the thumbnail. Dude, I swear, I didn't even type his name. And look at that character in the background. Kind of looks like him.
DJT, bro. DJT.
Kind of looks like him. I don't know. Kind of looks like him. But all right. So, do I think that they're real? I think they've been here for thousands of years. I think that maybe they're a version of us, like an ancient version of us that kind of stayed behind, and then like we're like another version. Like we're the same people, but just like different versions. Like maybe a chromosome off or something like that. And like, I kind of believe in the whole hollow earth situation, which this whole UAP hearing kind of talks about, where these UAPs are coming out of the water. So then that kind of actually fits with the whole hollow earth theory, where there's a whole ecosystem in these caves under the sea and under certain landmarks. So I don't know. I'm tend to believe that there are some non-human life that live under the surface as opposed to outer space, and that actually fits, bro. I think that's more of a possibility than having people from outer space coming and visiting us. I don't know. What do you guys think? But put a comment in the comment section. We got 4 whole people watching right now. Let us know where you're watching from. Smash that like button and let us know what y'all think. Do y'all think that aliens come from underground or from outer space?
Here's what I'm thinking. Book of Enoch, bro. The Watchers. I think they've always been here. They've been here since the beginning of the time. They're the reason that Enoch went to heaven and took notes. And I think that they're still here. I think they're not, the Bible talks about that the things that we fight against are not of physical, but of principalities and things like that. Like, for example,
and things like that. Ephesians.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like the idea of a giant dragon living outside of the Leviathan that's living Las Vegas. Nice to meet you, buddy. Like the idea of a Leviathan being in slumber out, off the coast of Antarctica is not outside of the realm of possibility. It is mentioned in the Bible that there's a giant serpent in the sea.
That kind of lends me to believe that movies like Kong versus Godzilla, right? Those are like, yeah, they're fantasy and fiction and science fiction, but loosely based on truth. Loosely.
Loosely, right? So
like, it's like, yeah, we know about these giant things, but we don't know if they're like that, but they're giants, right? So maybe.
I think about it more like the movie Pacific Rim, right? Like,
Yes,
what
the
if
whole kaiju situation.
what if it's like that, right? What if like things like the Leviathan and these seraphim and cherubim beings that are not necessarily the Nephilim type things, right? That we can't see, that do come from the sea. What if the portal is the Ring of Fire in the Pacific Ocean? What if that's true? I don't know. I'm talking out of my butt. I don't know, but like I want to say, like I'm trying to pick out the things that I know are real versus the possibility of the mystery of things. And I think about it and I'm not sure. I don't know. But I'll tell you this, something's happening.
Some's happening. All right, man. So we got Representative Nancy Mace, who started off this whole hearing for the UAPs. And again, it's called the Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, Exposing the Truth. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how much truth they're exposing. Let's see. So we're gonna kind of skim through this and kind of see what they're saying, and I'll get some of your reaction.
Will now recognize myself for 5 minutes of questioning. I have a lot of questions and I have a lot of witnesses. So I would just ask if it's yes or no to please just tell me yes or no. If it requires more than that, be very succinct because I would like to go down the line and ask as many questions as possible. So for the Admiral this morning first, former DOD official Chris Mellon reached out to you about satellite imagery from 2017 that depicts a UAP. What were the dates in 2017 when this occurred?
I can't share with you the details, ma'am, but I can do it in a closed setting, and I can also tell you the agency that wrote a report on it.
Okay.
Way to start off the hearing, y'all. He's like, I can't tell you that, but I'll tell you behind closed doors.
Well,
so
here's the thing. How much of this is like revealing, technological secrets, right? Because obviously they have to disclose what type of aircraft they were on, what type of stuff they were on. I'm sure they can't divulge that information. I'm sure it's not necessarily the event itself. It's
he did say that he could do it behind closed doors, so it's not like she's not going to find out the information. It's just like the public can't find out the information
yet.
Imagery.
I can tell you that in a closed setting.
Can you describe what was depicted in the satellite imagery? Just a description.
It was a UAP, ma'am.
That's it. No other description.
That's it.
The term that the analysts used, they called it the button. It was a disc-shaped object.
Okay, where was it?
I can't tell you that, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Okay, Mr. Elizondo, you state in your testimony that, quote, advanced technologies not by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe, end quote. If these technologies are not made by any government, who's making them? Private companies, or are you implying they are crafted by a non-human intelligence?
Well, ma'am, that's precisely why we're here. The problem is that temporally speaking, over decades, not just the last 10 years, to put this in perspective,
Are these private companies you're implying, or is this non-human intelligence?
it may be both.
Okay.
When it comes to Blue Force technology,
He just said it may be both. He said it may be both. And this is the guy that I was telling you about. That's the Elizondo guy. Has been interviewed on Rogan, on Pat Bet David, and all the major platforms. And this is the guy that people think that he might be controlled opposition. So we've known that the Air Force in the past has infiltrated into these different UFO groups just to spread misinformation, bro. This is public fact. Public fact. Okay? So who's not to say that they're doing the same shit to us right now? What if they're gaslighting us, bro?
What if Tiffany's right? Like Juan said, space is fake and gay.
Yep. Just like you said. That's why they're coming from the ocean, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Here's the thing. From the beginning of time, we've always looked up into the skies and wondered if we were alone. We definitely know we don't know what's in the ocean because, man, it's darn near impossible to go that deep and not die. Billionaires tried. Didn't work. That was a dark joke. God,
But I mean, it kind of goes back to like what he's saying over here, Henry, in the chat. He's saying like, what if there's more land and these technologies are from those places, right? So then you start getting into the flat earth or dome theory, right? Or the ice walls, like what's beyond the ice walls, like those lands that are over there, or even just like even hollow earth itself, right? Like Atlantis, that can be in a hollow earth type of situation. I mean, I don't know, but there's something to that, right? What if there is some type of undiscovered land with all this crazy technology, and it's from there that these things are coming from?
Well, while I want that to be true, I can only live in this reality until further notice. I'm not saying Middle Earth isn't true. I'm not saying flat Earth. I think flat Earth is completely wrong because while space might be gay, I do not think it's fake. Just because it's gay does not mean it's fake. I'll let you live in that delusion. But at the end of the day,
space is fake, but it's not gay. Or is it the other way around?
Space might be gay, but I do not believe it to be fake. Okay. Inherently, when astronauts go to space, they're very confined spaces. So it is possibly very.
Or do they? Are they just going to a studio being filmed?
And even then, it's still it puts out to the thing that it's gay, right? So it's fine that it's gay. There's nothing wrong with it being gay. We're very pro LGBTQ, whatever, right? Whatever y'all want to believe in, I don't care. But I don't know. I really think that space is underwater. Wow, that's a good thing. I really think space is underwater. We have anything like we can say is you can never see anything coming out or above, but we can see it coming out of the ocean. What? Okay, let's propose this.
I mean, if you think about it, Tiffany's right on spot, dude, because we've barely discovered any of the oceans that we have on our Earth. And Earth is what, 70% water? We haven't barely scratched the surface on what's underneath us. So there's something to that. I'm inclined to believe that there's something behind that these things are coming from the water. But let's keep listening to Mr. Elizondo, see what he's saying to Representative Nancy Mace.
Geez, I would not be able to discuss.
Okay. Are you read into secret UAP crash retrieval programs?
We would have to have a conversation in a closed session, ma'am. I signed documentation 3 years ago that restricts my ability to discuss specifically crash retrievals. I submitted for my book through the DOPSR process, which took a year for it to be reviewed. And what is in the book is what I was told I'm allowed to talk about.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft? Yes or no?
Yes.
Does the U.S. government have any reverse? Okay, we've already answered that question about retrieval programs. Do any U.S. contractors have the same?
I would prefer to address that in a closed session, ma'am.
Okay. In your book, you mentioned government employees.
That's some umbrella corporation shit right there, bro.
No. Elon Musk is
Dude,
involved.
all right, so he just admitted that the U.S. government has gone into these recovery sites, that they've gotten their technology, and that the technology is both human and non-human?
So, question. This is the question I have for our chat, and Jose, I want to get your thoughts on this. Since he's implying it's an umbrella-style corporation, which billionaire is involved?
Speculating, obviously, right?
Speculating, obviously. We're talking out our ass. We don't know shit.
We're speculating. Okay? If I'm heading this whole thing,
it's only three guys in the
It's got to be Elon, bro. It's got to be Elon. It has to be Elon.
If it's not Elon, it's Jeff Bezos.
It's one of those two dudes. It has to be. They're the only two billionaires with space programs.
Or some sort of prince.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
But
Let's keep.
But here's the thing: like
injured by
prince, right? If it's a prince involved in this, right? Like, I have a thing that he's just trying to flex for some chick, He's like, hey guys, like, hey yo Habibi, like, look, hey, I found an alien. You wanna do me now? Like, that's what I think is happening. But I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you smash that like button, share the show out, share it with your friends, put it in your group chat, put it in your favorite groups. Trying to grow this page, trying to grow this podcast, and every single like and help and share helps out. It gets put us in the algorithm. So definitely share that like button, smash it, do whatever you got to do. And if you're new to the show, let us know where you're watching from. We got Henry that's watching us from Las Vegas. Tiffany, let us know where you're watching us from. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight here on the live stream. But let's continue here with these UAP hearings.
By UAPs placed on leave and receiving government compensation for their injuries. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How can the government deny we have recovered craft if they're paying people because they've been injured by recovered craft?
Ma'am, that's a great question. That's why I think we're here again, because I've seen the documentation by the U.S. government for several of these individuals who have sustained injuries as a result of a UAP incident.
It's a crazy idea, right? The hypocrisy and the logic. Okay, Mr.
And that's a representative saying, so crazy. It's wild.
Oh, she pulled up somebody. Soros. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Soros. That would be a good one.
The Saudi prince. Telling you, it's a Saudi prince, bro. It's probably a Saudi prince. It would make sense.
I'm going to say it again to be very clear. Immaculate Constellation. What's its mission and how are they funded?
Its mission is to, as I stated, its mission is to, it's an unacknowledged special access program. Its mission is to document UAPs.
Okay. And do you, for your story and your report, do you have more than one credible source?
I do.
Sourcing. Okay.
I do.
And then why do you believe your sources to be credible? How do you judge the veracity of the documentation you've been provided about this program?
I checked the sources and they are who they say they are. They are current or former government officials.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to also add that I did not specify that they were Defense Department employees. I didn't specify the agency nor the gender.
Would they have included non-government employees, people that aren't employed by the government?
These are, I'm comfortable saying that these are government or previously government employees.
Any of
So the government's involved, bro.
I pulled up the unclassified November 6, 2024 Immaculate Constellation thing.
Pull it up.
Oh, snap, dog. Like, this is crazy. Minnesota.
Thanks for watching us from over there, Tiffany. We appreciate you. Big hugs to you.
Let's see what this has to say. All right. Starting around October 9, 2024, Open Press broke story is supposed to be acknowledged. Immaculate Constellation. This is a SAP allegedly created 2017 house.
Read clearly, bro. Enunciate.
I'm sorry. I'm skimming through this because I didn't get to do it. I'm doing it live and I went, oh my God, look at this. Look at the redaction starting, bro. So
how many pages? It's just one page?
This is just like it seems like it to be a memo.
So the description is even redacted. That's some bullshit.
Dude, this is crazy. So Immaculate Constellation will be raised to be discussed at the open hearing with AARO November bomb. So that's all we got on Immaculate Constellation. So there's other videos referring back to this video about Immaculate Constellation. So yeah. I'm not sure. This like Immaculate Constellation is almost like a troll. It feels like a troll, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what's the purpose? Again, I mean, we've had Joel on the show talk about Project Bluebeam. We've had Donut on the show talk about Project Bluebeam. What's the purpose of Project Bluebeam? To completely eradicate religion and to usher in a new order, right? A new faith, a new religion, a new belief, right?
It's not working.
This could be part of it. This could be part of it. This whole circus right now could be part of that whole situation.
I don't know, but
we're seeing it and we're experiencing it in live time, bro.
I don't know. Immaculate Constellation sounds dirty though.
But you're right, because what do they like to do? They like to pervert and reverse things. Very weird. Very weird. Let's continue.
Have them currently employed by a private contractor or private contractors?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. What's the key takeaway? Just a few seconds about the Immaculate Constellation document you provided us today.
I think that what the American people need to know is that the U.S. military and intelligence community are sitting on a huge amount of visual and other information, still photos, video photos, other sensor information, and they have for a very long time. And it's not those fuzzy photos and videos that we've been given. There's very clear
high res,
high resolution.
How many visuals, graphics, videos, photos?
I mean, I've been told hundreds, maybe thousands.
Show us the
I also wanted to
videos,
say-
damn it. Show us the videos. Show us the videos. Show us the pictures. Where are the videos? Where are the pictures? They say they got high resolution pictures and high resolution video. Where are they?
I think Tiffany might be correct. Maybe all of this is just faking gay.
Faking gay and the old heads flexing.
I don't know, man.
It's some crazy shit, bro.
I don't know. I think we'll have better luck next time breaking down the Vince McMahon documentary than trying to break this down, because I feel like we're just gonna
we're just scratching the surface, bro. I don't think we have enough time on tonight's show to go through every single video. This is just the surface, and this is just something I wanted to kind of bring to because it was trending the entire week. It was trending the entire week. People were talking about it.
And the liberals and TikTok are losing their crap over the election, which is
Oh my
hilarious, by the way.
Yes.
Well, if you want to laugh, we should play at least one of those reaction videos.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to pull it up, I'll find it. But dude, like it's been a while. Like TikTok's been going crazy. The late night show's been going crazy, bro. SNL went hard on it. It's like SNL skit was really good because SNL skit was like, we acknowledge you, Donald Trump. You are our president. We love you, and hail Trump. It was really funny. It was really good. It was one of the funniest skits I've seen in a while, and because they haven't produced really good skits in a minute. But yeah, dude,
the lib meltdown is probably the funniest thing.
Oh, is that the one you sent me earlier?
Hold on, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it now. It's okay.
I think I got it. Hold on. Let me see if I
got it.
Yep,
Sorry,
I got it. I gotta wait for this stupid ad, and then
yeah, I know the ads are the worst part. We should,
and guys, I know you guys are watching for the first time, and you're trying to figure out what we're all about, and some of you guys are like returning viewers, and we really appreciate you. We're not like political. We're not like pro Trump, pro this person, it's like we're pro us, right? We're pro God, we're pro Yahusha, pro Jesus, that's what we're all about. But like these things are funny. Like I don't understand like the headspace that you have to be in that you feel the need to film yourself reacting to a presidential election loss. It's a really bad cry for attention, in my opinion. And now there are a lot of people that felt that this was like really bad, that they gotta move out of the country, and they're scared, and it's okay. I'm just here to tell y'all,
show me the receipt, dog.
Everything's gonna be okay. But this video was pretty funny because there's a lot of reactions on here. It's an 18-minute video, but we're not gonna go through everything.
We'll go through a couple. We'll go through a few of them.
We'll go through some of these on here because apparently, a lot of these
check on your friends, guys.
These people are calling it are losing it online, and this is from Sky News in Australia. So shout out to Sky News in Australia.
So check on your friends, guys.
Did my skincare for the first time in a couple days, and this is very embarrassing, but I brushed my teeth for the first time since Tuesday night.
Now to the lunatic
are you kidding me?
Network of MSNBC, which has seen its primetime audience plummet by around 50%. They've gone from airing diabolical lies to the sort of slander that could and should get them sued. And I really do hope Pete Hegseth calls his lawyers after seeing this.
Add the Secretary of Defense nominee, Peter Hegseth, the Fox News commentator as well, because this is someone who, weekend host, important distinction. This is someone who, is known to be a white supremacist, known to be an extremist, whose platform, whose book is basically about his opposition to the advancement of Black officers to the top brass.
Absolute lies, the ugliest of lies.
Anyways, so it's like it's just stuff like that,
Oh my
There's a lot of stuff on here. Here's another one. There's people, Alex Stein. So if you guys don't know who Alex Stein is, he's a correspondent on Blaze TV. He also has his podcast, The Alex Stein Show. And guy's funny. Not everybody's cup of tea when it comes to the comedy, but the guy is funny. And the guy loves to troll like liberals and going to like the Democrat like rallies and things like that. And this guy just gets in people's faces, and it's quite entertaining.
Where was that, Mike? Alex, you were there. You spoke to people who attended the fight,
Right,
and
about the fight.
they almost all of them had doubts about what really happened.
We just asked everybody walking out if they thought the fight was rigged, and I think you know their answers. Check them out.
Rigged. Rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. It was scripted. It's all good though.
I could have fought him better than that.
Don't, brother. I'm telling you, it's
Danny, was it rigged?
Oh no, it was definitely
was it rigged?
It was definitely fixed. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like, first of all, I'm not even talking about the main event. I'm talking about the Amanda Serrano fight. How does a woman break the CompuBox record and still lose a fight?
Yeah, for sure. So the whole thing here, bro, is like, I don't know, man. Like these reactions are quite hilarious. They're pretty funny. They've been going viral. But you know what? Everything's gonna be okay.
It is gonna be okay. You know why, guys?
Okay.
Because all of this is just for your entertainment. Y'all take this too seriously sometimes. It's fine. You know what? I do too. I get invested sometimes. I fall for the machine too. Okay.
There was this one dude on TikTok that started off with like a straight face, and he was like ready to record. He's like, puts the phone down. I'm like, okay, completely unnecessary.
That is my head every time I log into work every day. You know, I'm like, do. This coffee's so delicious, and then as soon as I hit clock in, my brain goes, "What the fuck is that? What?" That happens in my head, but outside I just look normal. You know.
Oh, here's a good compilation on TikTok because I think we need to finish off the show with some.
With something. Oh, this lady. This is the lady I was talking about.
Why? Do you really hate me that bad? I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister.
And your mother and your sister.
All of this.
I'm done with you.
Oh God, what is that monstrosity?
What is that? Why are you crying?
It sucks being hated by so many people.
Can't be real.
That one has to be fake.
You can't be real. All I can say is how fucking dare you.
Danny.
How dare you, Jose?
How dare you, Jose?
How dare you?
How dare you, Danny? How dare you, Henry?
How dare you?
How dare you, Tiffany? How dare all of you? How dare you?
How dare you? I'm triggered.
How dare you put this man into office for another 4 years, knowing damn well what it means for our country.
My guy.
No!
It's so good.
Smash that like button, everybody. This has
Smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We love you. Let us know what you liked about the show. Follow us on all of our socials. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube at Cultura Truth Project on both YouTube and on Rumble. Make sure you also follow us on Gonzalez Media TV on YouTube. No, I'm sorry, not on YouTube, on Facebook and on Instagram. That way you guys can be on top of what we're doing every single day. And then, hold on. There we go. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on all major platforms, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. And show the support by joining the Supporters Club on Spreaker. $3 a month. Link in the description. All right, bro. You got anything going on this weekend before we head out?
Nah, man. No. Thanksgiving's next week. Holiday season starting, y'all. I guess this is I don't know what this is. Is this our season finale?
We'll probably come back one more time in December to do another live, and then we'll call it for the year. But we appreciate you guys so much. Love you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.